Joined by junior golfer Mickey DeMorat. Mickey, first off, let's talk about your transition here to Liberty. Successful year yet last year, winning the Big South. What's the experience been like for you?
It's been really fun. We've had really successful year last year, obviously winning Big South Championship and making it to regionals and doing well there. But I think we had a really young team last year, and this year we have everybody coming back. So we kind of have the same group of guys. We're playing some of the same golf courses we played last year, which helps, having experience, obviously. And this year, I think we've even done better. I mean, in the fall, we broke the scoring record by quite a bit, and that just gave us a lot of confidence. And we're looking forward to the last few tournaments here before Big South Conference and moving into the regionals and hopefully making it to national championship.
Go back to that fall a minute ago. You talked about breaking the stroke average as a team. You did yourself as well as an individual. You always hear about the offseason, the work that players, student athletes put in. That's kind of the difference in having a great season. What work did you put in, I guess, during the summer as you prepared for the fall, and what work did this team put in? What can you tell all the hours that were put in to have a great fall to kind of springboard you into the spring?
Yeah, I played quite a few tournaments over the summer, and I know it was the same for the rest of the guys on the team as well. We like to stay busy, we like to stay competitive, and being in Florida, I'm able to practice a lot out there, and I played as much as I could, and I think all of us were really sharp coming into this fall. I think that we were ahead of a lot of other guys that maybe weren't able to play or practice as much as us, and I think that showed. We come out and finished second our first tournament and against a strong field at Duke, and we kind of kept that going throughout the year. We all shot some really good scores. I mean, even in our qualifying tournaments, it was really competitive because we'd all be out there shooting really low numbers, and we knew that if we shot even par, we'd be getting beat by a lot of guys. So I think we helped push each other, and we've definitely come a long way since last year even.
Who were some of your golf heroes growing up, and who are some that you look at today?
I always loved watching guys like Ernie Els. I remember the first time I saw him in person at Bay Hill when I was, I think, 9 or 10. Followed him around the course, and I thought that was really cool. Just to see him playing full round on the PGA Tour kind of inspired me, and I just love watching him swing the club. I kind of copied his swing a little bit. And even there's guys that play at my home course back in Florida who've I've seen go through the mini tours, through the web.com tour, now are on the PGA Tour as well. And so kind of seeing those guys, from my hometown make it there and playing against them, and competing against them at home too, kind of inspires me that, if I keep working hard and keep getting better, that it is possible.
Mickey, I didn't grow up a golfer, but baseball, football, and you try to mimic maybe a baseball swing of your hero looking in the mirror. You talked about mimicking Ernie Els. That doesn't always translate into your game, but how do you develop your swing? Who helps you develop the mechanics of your swing?
I think early on, I didn't just play golf. I played, like you said, baseball, basketball, and I think I just tried to keep it natural early on. I didn't take many lessons for mechanics, stuff like that. I think I just got out there and played more and just kind of developed a feel for the game. And I think I've been able to keep that kind of natural feeling throughout my career so far. Obviously, I've made tweaks to my game. I've had lessons, and a lot of great people have helped me out and refined my game overall, mechanics and everything. But when you're out there on the course playing, you always kind of revert back to what you naturally do. So I think that just keeping the feeling of the natural swing is something that I try to do.
This team has had a very busy spring. It's been a couple of weeks since you competed. You're heading out to Nashville this week for the Vanderbilt tournament. What's been going on the last couple of weeks in practice with Coach Thomas and the guys to prepare you for this weekend?
Over spring break, some of the guys on the team and myself went down to Florida, to Tampa. We played a lot of golf there. That was kind of my first, real full week of playing a lot of golf and in a while. So I was able to play a lot. I get, kind of my feel back. And this past week, we've just been practicing a lot, playing a lot, just trying to get as prepared as we can for this tournament at Vanderbilt. And obviously we got Vanderbilt, one in Oklahoma, and then Big South. So towards the end of the year, it's easy to get tired, with school and everything going on, but we just try to keep as sharp as we can and just keep practicing and working on our weaknesses and practicing as efficiently as possible.
This team is poised for what we hope another NCAA regional berth. But first things first, you got to get through these first couple tournaments, then the Big South Championship. As you tell people about this team, what are the strengths of it?
I think that we've done a really good job of chipping, putting wedges this year. I think that was one weakness we had last year. I think we've been really focusing on that a lot. I know that over the summer that was one thing that I definitely worked on, just because we can all hit the ball long ways. We can all, keep it pretty straight for the most part. But like our coach says, hitting the wedges close is where you really get your scoring down. And even if you're hitting it bad that day, you can save a bad round by kind of scrambling, grinding it out. And I think that's what we've done this year. We haven't let as many bad rounds come because of that. We've been able to save our bad rounds and still keep us in the tournament. And that helps, because if you play shoot over par in a round, then you're going to get passed by a lot of teams. And we've been able to keep it together better, and that's helped us.
Stretch run is here, Mickey. Appreciate your time. Good luck at Vanderbilt this weekend.
Thank you very much.